What's happening, everybody? The Poet's here. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe. 2021 is still a carryover from 2020, meaning the virus is still here. A lot of people are unemployed, and those that are lucky, like me, are able to still work from home, and I only have to go to the office maybe once or twice a week just to do paperwork and all that stuff. So one, I have noticed that my body is changing because of always being at home, working at home. So first I did have to buy a new chair. If you want a chair review, and this thing is oh so comfortable with lumbar support, let me know and I'll do a YouTube review of this. But the point of this video is actually the keyboard. Now, a keyboard for me has been very, very personal. I've been using the same style of Microsoft Natural keyboard since basically the mid-90s, right? So I haven't used any other version of keyboard as my primary getting work done style of keyboard. I've tried tons of keyboards, mechanical, custom keyboard, you name it. And yeah, sure, some are fine for gaming and particular tasks, some are video editing keyboards, but just in general use, if I'm gonna be at a desk for 8, 10, 15 hours in a day, I wanted the Microsoft Natural keyboard, and this one is the 4000 model. It's time for me to change things up a little bit. And this has been fine, but I decided to finally go with the Logitech ERGO K860. This thing is kind of interesting. It's sleek, feels good, feels wonderful on the wrist. So let's get into it. And what about this has finally made me give up my tried and true? Let's set aside the Logitech X52 HOTUS because that's a whole nother story. I actually use this HOTUS for playing Elite Dangerous, for those that want to know. And let's set this aside. Do a little dusting. You didn't see that. And let's get to the unboxing. So if you're new here, we use wine cutters for our unboxings because we're fancy. And this looks simple enough. Okay, some easy explanation as to what's going on here. That's kind of nifty. And let's go ahead and take this out. So they give you a little extra thingy. And is this everything? That is everything. So in the keyboard box, oh, look at that. I almost threw it out. So this was right here. I'm gonna say that this is poorly placed because I literally would have just thrown the box out. Okay then. Anything else hiding anywhere in this? Oh boy. All right, we're good to go. And so here it is in all of its glory, the Logitech ERGO K860. So I really like the feel of this. This actually has like a 2-layer foam, it says. And on the back, you can actually adjust the height from 0 to 4 degrees to 7 degrees, which is really nice and convenient. So no matter pretty much what height you have your desk and chair, you can find the correct, wrist mount, basically, for your needs. I like that. So let's go ahead and take that out. Well, let's take a look at the batteries. So this thing actually comes with 2 AAA batteries, and supposedly with these 2 batteries, it will last 24 months, which is kind of cool. A nice feature about the Logitech ERGO K860 is that because this is Bluetooth, you can actually connect it to 3 devices nice and easily. So you can just kind of switch back and forth. I have multiple computers, so this could actually be really nice. Just click of a button and switch to a different computer. That's really cool. So by default, the top function row keys are on multimedia setting, but you can actually change them by just hitting the function key right here, or you can use the Logitech software to make the function keys actually the default, and you can switch back and forth as you need to as well. The curved nature of the keypad is really nice. A lot of straight mechanical keyboards are more just kind of straight and just split, but this is not only just split, this is actually curved because my hand is curved. Therefore, you're going to want something that is more easily reachable and just comfortable as well. So now many of you are going to ask, how does it sound? Well, I have been typing for a little while and I have a lavalier on. So this is actually realistic. If you are listening to me right now, that's basically where the mic is in terms of distance. So my hands are here, the mic's on my chest, and my ears are right above my chest, obviously. Therefore, these are as quiet as I would want them to be. I really like this a lot. This is comfortable. Space bar is nice and quiet. Yep. And even the number pad. Number pad is nice and quiet too. And very comfortable. So now let's play around with the different heights. So the first one is the 0 degree, which is what I've been using. This is at 4 degrees. And based on my chair height, you can see that now my wrists are kind of bent a little bit. So this is probably a bit extreme. But if I were to raise my chair, okay, now this is actually pretty okay. But my feet can't touch the ground now. And of course, if we raised it to the full 7 degrees, this isn't bad, but my chair would need to be higher for it to be more comfortable. So for me, with the height of my desk and the height of my chair that I normally keep it at, the normal height is actually perfect. And let me just go back to this foam here. It's dual layer foam. I really, really like this. So let's try this out. This feels very comfortable with the wrists, first off. I really like how this is rounded. So I feel like my pinky can easily reach number 1. My other pinky can easily reach the plus sign and the backspace over here. This is comfortable. All right, so let's try some typing. Let's see here. What do I want to type? It was a dark day in the middle of the night. 2 dead boys got up to fight. They faced each other back to back, drew 2 swords, and shot each other. A deaf cop came running because he heard the noise, and he shot the 2 dead boys. And if you don't believe my story is true, ask the blind man. Oops. Man, he saw it too. I'm happy. A keyboard is definitely a personal preference. There's no right or wrong to it. Some people like very loud, clicky, clackety keyboards. Others like very, very silent keyboards like me. If I'm on the phone with a client, I want to be able to take notes, just type as much as I can without them hearing clack, 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 clack all day long. Plus, I will literally go insane if I hear that. So it's more about just what do you look for in a keyboard? And on my TikTok, I did ask, what do people look for in keyboards? A lot of people said they like RGB. I have very little RGB in my system. Blue is the color. And you can have any color inside of this system you want as long as it's blue. For this, my keyboard, I wanted any RGB to be non-existent for my work keyboard. No distractions, just something simple, gray, black, nothing too crazy. Call me old-fashioned, I don't know. If I was really old-fashioned with my keyboard, I go back to the old school IBM keyboards. Those were kind of cool way back in the day. This is lightweight. This is something that is eye-catching. It kind of matches the aesthetic of my black and gray stuff going on here as well. But I think what really takes the cake on this is the fact that this wrist rest is just so comfortable. I could actually just kind of sit here and just let my wrist just kind of chill out. I like this so much. So this is my personal preference. My keyboards need to be quiet. They need to kind of be a nice, stylish, subtle, something that makes me think, okay, I'm getting to work, not I'm going to go play games right now. That's kind of separate. And for years, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been mixing both worlds. But something like this that is just like, okay, we're getting the job done. I can type for hours and not have to worry about wrist strain or anything like that. That's more important to me at this time in my life. So overall, I'm going to have to give my initial impressions of the Logitech ERGO K860 keyboard a 10 out of 10 because comfort was the main thing I was looking for. Silence was the second thing, and it's bringing both for my initial impressions. Now, give me a couple of weeks, maybe I'll do some follow-up videos on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, but for the most part, a keyboard, you know when you like a keyboard and you know when you hate a keyboard. This, I really, really like. And I tried it in many different stores, in Best Buys and a few other places, just to see if this is what I wanted. Check your local stores for pricing. I know with PC hardware, prices are all over the place. This was $125 at both Best Buy and Staples. So maybe retail stores have plenty of these, and hopefully the price is going to stay the same or drop. That's kind of cool too. So is it worth it to me for $125? Yes, by all means, without a doubt. There's custom keyboards you can get for $400, $500, $600. This is a fraction of the cost and is much more comfortable for me. All right, so again, personal preference. So if you like this style of video, hit the like button, share it, text it, scream outside that DePoets has a new video, and I appreciate all of you. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more just real life videos like this. I'm an investment advisor by trade. I love tech. This tech is going to help me hopefully do a better job without straining my wrists. So other than that, let me know what questions you guys have in the comments section. Hit me up on Twitter, TikTok, all the social medias, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.